Morning everyone. We're going to be looking at the very first verse of the whole Bible. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. Here's what I'd like us to remember from it. That God made the world. We may have made a piece of toast this morning, but let's hear this verse. In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. Let's take that sentence apart into in the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. So, in the beginning. The Bible starts at the very beginning of time, in the beginning, and it goes through right to the very end. So the Bible is concerned with the whole history of the world, such that little us can understand how we fit into the whole thing. And this verse tells us about the beginning. And so all the watches, they've been turned back. Can you imagine the clocks going backwards and backwards, and everything's disappearing? Generations of people and countries and empires, and then the land is disappearing, and then the whole world, and then we're right at the beginning. Genesis, it's a word that means origin. And when we strip everything back to the origin, the very start, we can find out what is ultimately important. We can find out what's eternal. We can find out the source of life and meaning and purpose, the source of goodness and truth and happiness. And so when we go back to the very origin, the very beginning, the very start, who do we find? Well, God. In the beginning, God. Not God's plural, not nothing, but one God there in the beginning. And so here's the thing, life in all of history is all about how we relate to God. God, if you like, he's standing on the winner's podium in first place. You know, like they have in the Olympics. Well, God was first before any of us. Before our family, before our friends, before the person we're in love with, before ourselves. God was first before anything else in our world. So he was there before London, before the River Thames, before all the oceans, before the stars and all the planets. God stands at number one, set apart from everyone and everything else. He has and will always have first place in our world. And so here's the thing, he should have first place in our lives. Life is not defined by how we relate to other people, though that's important. It's not defined by how we relate to our world, though that's important too. Life is all about how we relate to God. Whether we know him, whether we enjoy him, whether we trust him. So, in the beginning, God. And then last bit, in the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. Which is a way of saying God made everything. Everything we can see, everything we can't see, God made it. And because God made everything, everything belongs to him. So this morning I made this piece of toast. It belongs to me. I can eat it, I can share it, I can do what I like with it. It's mine. I am in charge of it. But God, he made the whole world. He made the mountains, they're his. He made the little ants, they're his too. He made us. And so we don't belong to ourselves, we belong to God. He knows what's best for us, and it's his opinion that matters most. And so this week, will I trust God and let him be in charge? Or will I trust myself and put myself in charge? I reckon the answer to that question should be decided on the basis of just one very simple sentence. It's the simple sentence we've just been looking at this morning. That God made the world. So we should trust him and we should let him be in charge. We should say, he is in charge of me. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow.